Now what can I think of? What other subject could I think of and maintain for about 17 seconds?
Oh, health, I guess. Being in good health.
So begin where you are. Now, when you approach any subject from feeling that good, you're already in a better feeling place. So now talk about the subject of health and let's find some vibrational equivalents to it.
Well, I'm in a lot better health now than I was a few years ago. I've lost a lot of weight and working out and I'm improving every day.
All right, so now clearly you're not up to speed with where we were relative to the other subject, but that's the whole point. In other words, now you've walked through your day, something else has happened, something has come up, something's reminded you, you've turned on the television, somebody said something, and so now you're having a moment over the subject of health. And the subject is, I've got an ache or a pain, or I'm not feeling that good, or is it totally a positive subject relative to health?
My health's pretty good.
Then why did you bring it up?
I don't know, just
because it's a logical
random.
subject. So let's take the subject. So I'm feeling pretty invincible about everything, and I'm beginning to realize that I'm the creator of my own reality, which means I can have any experience I want with any subject that I choose. And so I'm going to focus for 17 seconds here on the subject of my physical body, and I'm really appreciating my physical body. I like how responsive it is, and it feels good to me to realize that I've been in less good health before than I am now, and that I deliberately brought myself around. I like knowing that my physical body is responsive to my thought. And I can feel that I just projected thought and then I was inspired to the appropriate action and I've brought myself into alignment. And I love the idea that there's no end to that I can continue to identify things that I want relative to my physical body or anything and bring them about just by focus. And some of the things that I'm thinking about my physical body, I love the idea of long-term good feeling about my body. Sometimes I watch people who are moving through time and I realize that they're not percolating along in quite as peppy a way as I would like to. And sometimes I even compare myself. We're forking a little bit in the other direction, just reaching for a basis to start. And sometimes even with myself, I worry that maybe as time goes by, I won't be able to continue to be as resilient and as good feeling. But it feels good to me to know that my life experience, whether I'm 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 or 60 or 70 or 80 or 90 or 100, my life experience is causing me to continue to launch rockets of desire, and that when I launch, I could be 100 years old and I could launch a rocket of desire about flexibility and about stamina and about energy, and source energy would say yes to it. And then it's just a matter of me getting up to speed with it. And so isn't it nice that here I am a long way from that, and I'm already launching these rockets of desires to which source is saying yes relative to the vitality and the well-being of my body. And now, moment by moment, I've just got to make sure that I'm vibrationally up to speed. So I turn on the television and I see that commercial that says 1 out of every 4 has it, and you're probably the one. And I find myself thinking about the symptoms that they are offering. In other words, there are all kinds of new commercials. There are people all over the planet who are developing new products which are cures for diseases that they really hope we all have. And they're trying to inspire our awareness to these diseases so that we will beat a path to their door to buy their products. And I don't really like that very much, as I'm forking off in the wrong direction, but I recognize that I have control of my own physical body. And as I listen to it, I'm thinking for just a moment, hey, I recognize some of that malady in my own body, and I find myself feeling vulnerable is too strong a word, but I find myself worried about it just a little bit. And so now I'm going to take this moment to focus for 17 seconds in the best feeling vibration that I can find relative to this subject. And so I acknowledge, of course there are things that are happening in people's bodies, and of course there are people that are wanting to sell the cures to those things. But I am sort of interested, not so much in finding a cure to remedy something, as I am in understanding the vibrational cause of things. And I sort of like the idea of keeping myself in vibrational alignment in a pre-manifestational stage, not a post-manifestational stage. So I'm feeling really good in my body right now. I don't have any complaints that are apparent. It's nice that I can focus upon the well-being of my body. I'm expecting that my body will continue to be resilient. Even if one day I did turn on the television and I saw something and I realized that I might have some of what they're talking about, I realized that they're offering a cure, maybe a temporary fix, maybe a band-aid for it, while I'm working on the vibrational basis of all of that. And I'm feeling so exhilarated about my physical body. I'm not worried about anything. Something could happen to my body in the same way that one day the printer doesn't work and my response to it is about the same. Oh, something's out of alignment. I need to get at the heart of what the vibrational variance is. All I need to do is take this opportunity of this symptom to help me clarify my stronger rocket of desire, and then I just need to close that vibrational gap. So isn't it nice that my personal life experience is going to constantly give me reason to line up my energy? If there's ever anything out of alignment, I'm going to sense it on some level. And if my dominant intent is to feel emotionally good, then I'm going to close the gap on all subjects, including this subject. Now, we stayed there way more than 68 seconds on that subject, too, you see. Good time for a segment of refreshment.
Thank you.
And we are complete.